Well, friends, I'm making this video after my epic bagel episode today. So the bagel episode was definitely a classic fail for Caveman. Okay, so we're going to try a little something different. We're going to try and see what civilized man can do. So we're going to go with the BLT for dinner, and we're going to be right here. You guys aren't really going to see me and everything I'm doing, but you know what? That's quite all right. We're going to, don't worry about what I'm looking like, just worry about what's going on here. So first thing I'll tell you guys is a man, he needs a knife. You got to have a knife. Okay, and we got some tomatoes here. So let's just go ahead and slice these bad boys up nice and thin. And I'm thinking that probably with 3 kids plus myself, we're going to need about 1 million tomatoes, right? All right, probably you need one of these little guys for each kid. But, you know, I have an 18-year-old son, a 14-year-old son, a 14-year-old daughter, and I got to be honest, man, those kids can eat. So, you know, we're going to go with something a little bit, you know, a little more ambitious. I'm thinking that probably, 6 tomatoes for 4 people is about right. And I will tell you guys that Caveman doesn't much care about anything other than filling the void, whereas civilized man is a little more concerned with the getting it done well, maybe even getting a little bit of praise from his clientele, in this case, the 3 locusts that live with me and eat all the food. Gosh, I sure wish I could recap the whole bagel incident earlier today, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm still suffering trauma from it. So we're going to just chop these little tomatoes up, and I'm going to show you guys the magic, okay? So civilized man is possible. So for my good friend Kim DeGraw, Naomi Studer, Daria Crockett, if you guys are out there, hey, let's take a look at this. Look at that for presentation. Doesn't that look lovely? Nicely thinly sliced. And that will work for the tomato. Now, I got to be honest with you guys. I typically think of lettuce as a head, a round thing. What the heck is this? The wife got this. You might notice it still has water on it because I did wash it. Civilized man knows you must wash things. Okay. I also know that I could cut this thing up because I love the knife. Everybody loves the knife. But we're going to do something different. We're going to grab, we're going to twist, and voila, it's the right size every time, and it doesn't go brown. You guys didn't know I knew that, did you? All right, so we've got a little bit of lettuce. All right, stand by. I must check the bacon. All right, looking pretty good, not on fire. All right, so the bacon's not on fire. That means I still have time. Okay, so now let's take a gander at that. Right, we have the lettuce, we have the tomato, right? Looking pretty good, right? All right, now, we all know that we need a little vegetable, some greenery, something that looks nice, but we also need bacon, right? That's the caveman side. The caveman wants bacon. I'll be honest with you guys, I could just sit in there and just eat bacon, but I know all my Facebook friends out there will just laugh at me. Well, that's not true. All the men would be like, bacon, right? But the women would be like, dude, you're going to die of a heart attack soon. Okay, so I have one more thing to show you guys. I bet you guys did not know I knew anything about the avocado. Avocado has a pit in the middle, so you just cut it, and then you twist it, and voila. This one's in reasonably good shape. It is getting old. Now, there's a lot of ways that you guys can do this. You can scoop it out with a knife, but again, once again, I like the knife for slicing, and you could use a spoon if you just want to scoop it out. I'm going to go ahead and continue to use the knife and make some nice little slices on the inside, like so, kind of like a graph. I don't know if you guys can even, yeah, you guys can see that. So I've sliced that nice and neatly. Now, let me get these out of the way. Don't need that. We just go bloop, and it all comes out so nicely, right? And then, of course, the kids are going to enjoy smearing that on their bread instead of mayonnaise. Guys, I'm going to tell you what, mayonnaise is the bomb. But it's not as healthy for you as the avocado. So the bottom line is I'm going to use the avocado with the option of some Miracle Whip. You just can't have a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich without Miracle Whip. But for those good people out there worried about your health, you want some healthy fat, avocado's the bomb. Now, we still have half an avocado. There's no sense letting that go to waste. Let's be honest, you stick it in the fridge, it's just going bad. Go ahead and hit it with the knife, turn it, and look at that, the pit comes right out. Didn't know I could do that, did you? All right. Once again, here it is, and you just take the knife and slice all the way to the core. Don't go through the skin because this is a sharp knife and it will cut you, but you make the little pattern. All right. And there we go. We turn it inside out. Look at that, comes right out nicely. And we have more avocado for those people that want it. Now I'm going to tell you what, the great thing about being the dad is, civilized dad can make a pretty good meal. Caveman dad, whatever's in the fridge is what you're getting, to include leftovers that are questionable. All right, now notice I didn't say I would feed my children bad food. That would be irresponsible. But when it comes to, scrounge night, hey, go get whatever's in there. And if they're like, I really wish, I wish somebody could cook, guess what civilized man says? Hey, yeah, I think that's a great idea. You go cook. We're going to do that tomorrow. So if I make another video for you guys tomorrow, guess what? It's going to be somebody else cooking. All right, let's take a quick look. All right. Looking pretty good. What do you guys think? Let's look at it from this angle here. Look at that. Man, that looks yummy. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Make sure I'm not burning the bacon. I did stick it in the oven. That is a shortcut. Normally, I like to fry the bacon, but I got a lot of kids. I didn't want to flip bacon all night, and it really was going to be. It was going to be an all-night endeavor to. I think we eat 4 pounds of bacon for 4 people. That's a pound of bacon each. Uh-oh. Did I say that on live on video? Yeah. So guys, don't worry about it. That 4 pounds. If we don't eat it all, guess what? You can stick the cooked bacon back in the fridge, and you can eat it for a snack. You can go back and have seconds later, another day, whatever you want to do. That bacon ain't going bad. Remember what I said about the avocado, right? This is all that's left is the core, the pit. You put that avocado half eaten in there, it's going bad. That bacon, it'll never make it to the next day. Maybe one day it'll never make it to the second day. All right, let's pause right here. I'm going to go ahead and stop now. This is on my cell phone, so I'm not so good at hold on, I think I can pause it right here. Let's try this pause. All right, friends, so I had 2 pans in there. One pan was closer to the bottom, so guess what? It is done, man. We got bacon right there. It's not a lot of bacon. The big pan is still in there. And I'm going to show you guys a super cool trick that you might not know. So if you were baking, see we got the setting there, bake and broil. If you were baking the bacon, it might end up kind of, not really fully cooked. It'll look kind of weak and scraggly. So what you do is you put that broiler on there, man, and you cook that thing, right? So when you're just about done, you just switch it from bake to broil. If you put it on broil first, you're going to burn the piss out of the bacon. Don't do that, okay? So you can heat it up, and then you flip all the bacon, and then you go back in there and you push on that broil button, and it'll crispy it all up real nice. Now, it's still not as good as fried. Everybody knows fried's best. That's the way in the South. That's the way my mom did it. That's the way my grandmama did it. That's the way I should be doing it, but I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of still in caveman mode right now. Wife is gone. There are some shortcuts I'm going to take. Stand by. I'll get right back to you. All right, friends. Well, the bacon is done. I went down there and just checked on the kids and said, hey, what do you think? Toasted or not toasted? All 3 kids want toasted BLT. Now, that's the way I eat mine. Vicky likes hers untoasted. I kind of liked it. The kids like the way that I like it, but I'm going to be honest with you. It just means more work. I'm going to introduce you guys to one of the greatest inventions of all time. Way better than just about anything other than the knife. The knife is still superior, but it's this amazing device right here. It is the toaster. Guys, toasted bread is it's like changes the bread into a whole new thing. So I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. Oh, by the way, for those of you that saw my earlier video, I now have defrosted bread. No more bagels for me, right? All right. Take the twisty tie off. Cavemen, we throw this away. Civilized men, you keep that so your wife don't yell at you. Keep that in mind. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out 2 slices of bread, by the way. I don't mind eating the heel, but everybody else likes the inside part, so stick that in there. Caveman eats the heel, right? If you're a manly man. All right. All you got to do is flush that bad boy down, set it to about 3. By the way, that's going to be approximately 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how old your toaster is. It could be longer, it could be less, a little shorter. But anyways, this will turn nice brown. We want it lightly brown. We don't want it brown, like almost burnt brown, because then it's all crusty and it falls apart and it's just not good. You need a ton of mayonnaise to fix that problem. A ton of mayonnaise. So lightly toasted. Anyways, that's what civilized man says, and caveman, like, I don't really care. Just give me something to eat. I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, friends. Well, I wanted to, I got a little bit of time while I'm waiting this toast to finish working. So I'm going to show you guys this super cool trick. So this is my broiling pan. You just take the top off of that bad boy, and there's treasure underneath. I know you probably aren't going to be able to see it, but that is the bacon grease, man. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to show you guys the magic, and here it is. Now, if you are a civilized person, this might not work for you, and that's okay. But what you could do is you could heat up a little griddle, get the griddle hot, pour a little bit of that bacon grease on there, and you take this end, and then you just dip it in there, and look at that. It comes all up there with this bacon grease on there. Now, I showed this trick to my wife. I made fried bread. You stick it on the griddle, you get it hot, and you can cook the bread with the bacon grease on it. It is delicious. And she said, Curtis, that's just bad. That's cholesterol. You're just going to die. But the bottom line is it is delicious. I'm going to show you guys. Y'all are going to freak out. Don't freak out. Here it is. A little bit of bacon grease on it. Let's see if we can... Uh-oh, it's kind of dripping there. Can you see it dripping? A little bit too much. We don't want that much. Watch this here. That's heaven right there for a bachelor. I'm going to tell you what. A little bit of bacon on anything, bacon grease on anything, a little piece of bacon on anything. That's just delicious if you're from the South. All right, friends, there you go. We got lettuce, we have tomato, we have a little bit of avocado for those that might partake of that. We have bacon and lightly toasted bread so that we can have this sandwich. By the way, I went ahead, because I'm such an awesome dad, and I put a little bit of Miracle Whip, just a little bit in between every two slices so that they can, kind of get really right onto it. I also am providing a little salt and a little pepper, because let's go ahead and stick that on there. Watch this. Put that little bit of salt on the tomato, because that's where it belongs. Let's turn it over. Let's go with some pepper. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it on the thing, but a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt goes a long way on a piece of tomato. Let's see if I can make a little close-up here. And kaboom. I think that's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can even see that. All right. Now, it's ready. I can still tell the bacon is warm, toast is ready, warm, everything else of course will be cold. Let's call the kids. Let's see what happens. It's going to be loud, so forgive me, but the heathens that they are downstairs, they're like the people under the stairs. Do you guys remember that movie? The People Under the Stairs? Yeah, that's them. All right, let's see what we got here. Notice they live in the dark. They're kind of like, it's like night hunting deer, right? So you got to be real quiet most of the time. But then, once they know their food, they do come running, right? Let's see what happens here. Kaylin! Caleb, Alex! Dinner! All right, let's see if they really do come. Let's see here. All right, and of course Caleb makes the first. What's up, dude?
Hello.
All right. Caitlin. Alex! Apparently Alex is on his own time schedule here. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, he turned off the light, too much light. All right, so we're gonna see how it all goes. Let's see if they can make it all work. Oh yeah, look at that, well trained, right? They grabbed the bread, they grabbed the bacon, they kind of know the deal, and everything's set out and ready for them. Pretty sweet, right? It's kind of like the BLT buffet. At least that's the hope.
Oh, there's pepper on it.
All right, friends, so that is the way the civilized man takes care of kids. Now, I am going to tell you that we can't coddle these crazy kids. We can't coddle them, right? If they want seconds, they're making their own stinking toast, they're putting their own mayonnaise on the whole 9 yards, and guess what's happening tomorrow? Yeah, Dad ain't cooking. One of these three is cooking tomorrow. One of them's cooking on Tuesday, and one of them's cooking on Wednesday. That's the way we roll. So when Mom's not here, I gotta admit, she spoils me too. But that's not on Dad's watch. Take care, guys.